Is it working now? We're good. Stop. So it's a day. It's a day. I see Lucas down there working on the parrot aviary. We did some roofing work this morning. We're gonna go install a grain camera. So, yay. Donkus. 25 months. Sniff a penis. Yeah. Thank you so much. More cams. I do have a mic to make it a WINNIE Crunch cam. So, is this camera overkill for the application? Yes. Is it the only thing that will work that has good audio? Yep. So, very much overkill. Anyway, I didn't tell Space about this. I'm just doing it. I mean, I mentioned it before, but I didn't tell him the time. I'm fighting some metaphorical fires, and this was like one of the shorter things to do, I think. In theory, it should be easy. As long as my 30-foot pre-terminated cable is enough distance. If not, this does turn into a longer project. You know what? We do it. We go. So let's go down there. Am I okay? Yes, it's just a lot of work. Just a lot of work. So, I have come to terms with my mortality and paying attention to my heart when I started to run some more, because cardio is good for you. And my heart was not happy with me running, even though my body felt good. And I think when I have less Red Bull, my heart is happier with me. So I'm still drink Red Bull, just a lot less. So, staying hard has a different meaning these days. So yeah, Connor needs a true 67X Red Bull. Red Bull isn't the best for you. Yeah. So, I've been drinking a lot more coffee. Anyway, coffee's better for you, lower calorie too. So, I've changed, yes. Stay thick now. Nope. The thickness that Joe made me go through was horrible. Taurine is causing all sorts of problems in lab animals. That's fun. That's good to hear, because I drank 4 NOS a day and now I don't drink any. Yeah, don't die. Hello, pasture animals. Also, all the storms have caused massive issues for me, so having to reevaluate things. Like some of these earth smiles kind of got blown out a little bit, but it caught some deposits, some sediment deposits. So when it dries out, I'll get a bobcat in here. The other earth smiles did okay. Definitely some issues with the weather. Our road got blown out twice. So, and then like my low voltage line here is now exposed. It used to be like 4 inches under the ground, and then we have this like build up here that I gotta figure out. But Like it just came all down from this hill. What's up, Ace? Water your emus. Fun times. Yeah, I think 30 feet will be enough. Nice and muddy in here. Love it. All right. Let's review what Nick has done to fix up this feeder. Okay, okay. I'll throw a few zip ties down here, keep it from being pushed in. Okay. Interesting. A little bit of a gap there. Controller. Solid. Wire management. Much better. Can we not just fold? Should be able to like fold that and bring it a little bit closer? No? Why couldn't I? Let's see if I bring it closer. Yeah, I could bring it closer. All right. Filled with ants. That sucks. I'll make some adjustments real quick. There we go. Yeah, there's a door on top here. You get access to the top. I think I could just fold that down there. Make it get a little bit tighter everywhere. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything that Nick already thought about. Because there's a gap right there they could reach in through still. Yeah. No reason. All right. I think quick, easy adjustment. Do one side at a time. Was Sparky Nick able to install the AC in the laundry room? Yes, he was. And into the nut house. I'm hoping to sit in the laundry room. I should be over my sickness by tomorrow, hopefully. But Sarah Tong, thanks for the year. I should be able to. I'll be over my sickness hopefully by tomorrow. But Sunday, I should have to free myself to just work on the server room. That is the idea. My energy levels have been shit though. Come on. Well, I was just gonna install a cam, but I just gotta adjust this. I say it'll take me real quick. Maybe it'll be really fast.
Are you using the actual like feeder at all?
No. Do have some extra zip ties. I've got some snips. Should be good. Kissing Wookiees, that's fun. Hell yeah. Latest World's Wild episode sounds like I'm just nasally like this the whole time. Oh, maybe that's why he left it like that. If I remove this side piece, does it remove the whole bottom supporting piece? No. No, it doesn't. Takes that off, which is wrapped around here to here. I'm not getting rid of it. No, I'm adjusting it so it sits a little bit more flush to the wood because there's some gappage that they could pull on, but that'll open up for me to hopefully anchor down some spots better too. I just need to melt that weld off there. If I was able to do that, I can cut here, yeah, just cut all that. I might even be able to get rid of, they'll still need to be lifted up. I can leave those stands out there so it can sit on top of there. Ooh, I can secure that even better. Because I could probably steal one of these boards off. I don't have a bit to steal this board. I can grab a scrap of 2x. Okay, this is becoming a bigger thing, but I got it. I got it. Hi, Winnie. All right, start disassembling. Speed it up, Connor. Yes, Winnie? You sound crazy right now. Chat's getting in the way here. Those are the wells that made him stop. I'm just gonna break through it. I need a little bit of music though. Keep my energy levels up. And I've got a song stuck in my head that I gotta play. Hi. Adjusting. There's a big gap here. Just here. So adjusting it. And then reinforce it so they can climb on it without pulling it off. But it's pretty close. So you know the name of this song, Kayla? Despacito, yes. Bam bam. Huh? Have I seen Serrano? No, she just started. You gotta pee? Cameras aren't looking. Go over there. And get bit by insects all over in the tall grass. Pasito. Paquito means small. I know that one. No, it doesn't. Un poquito, small. Little by little. Oh, okay. I am not fluent in Espanol. Paquito, Paquito, little by little, got it. My Spanish name in high school was Carlitos, Little Carlos. And then somehow that got turned into Little Penis, because it's high school. So my Spanish nickname ended up being Little Penis. Maybe that's where my penis trauma comes from, and now I have to make everything about penises to like come back from that trauma. Grumpy Murloc, 35 months, thank you so much. That's unfortunate. Sorry. You could recommend some specialty therapy? Hell yeah, I need it. Okay, I need to pop that. If I had bolt cutters, it'd be super easy, or I could just bend that off and pop that out that way. That's way easier. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Bypassing welds. Only for a minute. Ah! All right. Oh god. Very snippet. Get off here. Where'd that metal go? Where's drunk Mexican dad music? That's the name of the playlist. Let's find out. I'm gonna put chat back on here now. Different germ biomes. Yeah, I probably got some like crazy crazy Alaskan sickness. Yo, what the fuck? Probably from the plane. Yeah. Yeah, Kayla's been sick. Maya's been sick. I'm around those two the most in my life, so. I'm useless when I'm sick. I saw a TikTok from a medical doctor that is verified, so it has to be legit, right? And he said the man flu is real. Men, if they get sick, their immune system is like just the testosterone makes their immune system not as good. And then I saw some things taking it like, oh my God, see, we've got it harder than women when we're sick and all that. And no, it just means like we're like 10 get sick, like our symptoms are like 10% worse than women, and women still outperform us when they're with like the same sickness. Like man flu is still very much a thing. We're just dramatic. But they're slightly validating. I mean, that's like slightly worse for men though. I am also a massive baby when I'm sick. I do have to say for my partner that even though he's a massive baby, when he's sick, he doesn't get sick often, thankfully. That is good. I can, like when I worked at the animal hospital, I could work through it, like physical labor, like turn my brain off. But if I need my brain, no. Like, it ain't happening. Oh my God, get out. Get out of the wood. Ah, shit, where'd that screw? There's the screw. No stomping snacks. Wait, I made an Alveus playlist. You got the classics on? Sorry, I changed it. Hey, back us on my demo. No! I left. We can't have any stompy food around. What's up, cow? What are you doing? I was sick when Sparky Nick was here. I didn't help him a lot. He kind of carried. But I was still helping him. So I can reinforce that bottom by taking some of these pieces out from here. She is starving. When you remember when you used to get bottle fed, your life was so easy. How come Winnie doesn't have her fly mask on? I don't know. I don't see a ton of flies. And Sarah's definitely more sensitive to it than she is. Oh, come on. Last zippy tie. I do miss the Alaska weather, though. Alaska weather was very nice. All right, so if I snip that and that, I can bend that back over, and I can make a really nice hanging lip to increase reinforcement. This is definitely what these are meant for. Same Phoenix. Hungry, starving, fat cow. It's 70 here, Donkus. Good for fucking you. Bring it here. Send it here. She is on a diet right now, chat. She can't, she, like, make sure her feet don't get messed up. Gotta control the bulbous girl. Ugh. There's no fat shaming, not at all. She's healthy. She's healthy size. Okay, let's zip tie that together. We'll be good here. She is very rotund, though. We'll give you that. Yeah, she's got to cut back a little bit. The grain trough will definitely help, right, Winnie? Actually, we have a very special surprise for you in chat in like a while, but it'll be great. Chat, I'm always teasing you guys with leaks. I went to the Alaska Zoo and looked at a polar bear enclosure. We'll never have a polar bear because it's not ethical to have a polar bear in Texas. But if we were, it would probably cost us around $5.2 million to have a polar bear down here. That money could be used for like actual conservation and not just having it down here. So, Anxious, thank you so much for the 3 months with the Prime. Yearly, no, one time. But I'd rather use money to go towards things that's probably a little bit more cost effective. But it's kind of funny. Start donating. Is a polar bear doing in Austin, Texas? Send that man back to his hood immediately. Did I? I'll have to do it with the snips. Yeah, hammer. Say red pandas. Red pandas are sick. Hi, Kayla. Can you tell chat about how I was super resilient to being sick?
I heard you talking about it.
Okay.
Connor doesn't get sick. He dies and then comes back to life.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. Kayla, anytime I bring up like that study, she like goes off on like women in periods.
You forgot a part that was part of the video where the guy was like, also, it's easier on women because they already handle so much all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's bullshit.
Why is that? Are you saying that's a lie?
No, it's not a lie, but the problem is the thought process that women handle being sick better because they're already forced into like a constant state of stress handling everything else. That they're just like, yeah, we just keep going because we have no choice but to keep going all the time. And then to have somebody be like, that's why you do better when you have a cold. It's not that we're less sick. It's just that we're like, well, shit's got to get done, so we're going to do the shit.
The threshold's way higher.
The threshold's way higher. And we're like, and if we don't get the shit done, who's not going to get the shit done? Men.
This is why I didn't bring up the full.
You brought it up when I
subject.
came up here.
I was just making jokes.
You opened the door, and I kicked it out.
I'm going to go back to my feeder.
That's a good idea. We Becoming back to the bottom interesting. I don't know.
Where's the function? Baby girl. I think of Winnie every time they say baby girl.
Or we can at least talk about TV and then
The real reason Connor is sick is his music taste. Thanks. Hey, my music taste has gotten better. We can listen to some country music.
nothing that I pulled out. Like I wasn't resentful that I gave him. Nothing had it.
No, I like this music.
It's not down here. Her new one, the one I just bought her.
This is the one that was in the nut house now.
Can you not?
There we go. Baby girl. What's up? I mean, and ants don't make it inherently gross for them to eat. I mean, you throw away the whole thing? You throw away that, or just?
No, I said initially no. That I wouldn't throw any of it away, that I would just work around them.
Just don't get bit.
That is the worst part.
Yep. I need a lip to raise that up. That's not going to do it all, but I can have that sit there, have that sit there. Oh, look how flush that is. I need a piece of wood. Do you have any wood down here? I was going to borrow one of these, but I don't have the bit for it. So we got to go find some wood. Actually, I wonder if I could... I mean, I'll be able to steal a piece. But is that going to be too long? No. Pro Martin in the nest on Joe's channel. Link it. Hell yeah. So look at some cute purple martins that surely one day we'll have here. Right, Kayla? Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I'm a genius. You don't have to go anywhere. All right, the board's there. It's like keep this arrow from like reaching out and grabbing it. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. That's gonna be easier too to get the lid off. She needs more grain is what she needs, Kayla. She's dying. She told me. Chad, do you want to hear my latest drama obsession? I'm sure you're gonna love it. It's like the only time I talk about drama. Yes. McNally lockpicking versus Proven Locks Industries. It's my latest obsession. I want to leave that right there. So I'm gonna turn this down. We've got someone saw it. Oh my god, I cannot with the lockpicking drama. I love it so much. Okay, so there's this great TikToker, YouTuber, goes by McNally. He's a lockpicker, but he does it like very comedically. And like, I think everybody with brain cells understands that all locks have vulnerabilities, and he just like does funny ways to exploit them. And there are definitely some locks that are worse than others. Some that you can just like hit and they open. So he, yeah, Philly. Basically, a guy, Ophelia says, basically a guy who's famous for lockpicking gets sued for lockpicking because some lock company is mad that their locks suck. So I wouldn't say their locks necessarily suck. That's what a lot of the commenters say. Like, their locks seem fine, maybe a little overpriced. But the way that they're handling it is just insane. They're getting pissed. They're trying to sue him, talking about it publicly. And they're just like butthurt that this guy kind of made a joke about their locks and he's able to pick it with a can, like a piece of a can, make a shim out of it and pop and unlock it. And they lost their shit. And they made like a whole it's like 14-minute response YouTube video and then cut it down to like 12 because after the fact, because they were just getting roasted in the comments. And the CEO is up to like 2 a.m. replying and deleting comments and like fighting the comments in the section. I'm like, dude, internet 101, man. Just let it go. It was just insane. So now McNally, even though he's being sued, he just keeps just getting their whole series of locks and picking them and making fun of them. So is that a startup lock company? No, it's been around for a while. So he wasn't like picking, he wasn't picking on like a small-ish company. They're like a medium size. So wait until they discover lockpicking lawyer. Yeah, I like him. All right, let me focus up real quick. Let me get this done. All right, so if I do it right here, will that give me enough clearance? Yeah, okay. It's easy enough to do. No gaps. All right, we're locking it in. Move over the cam. This is the lock picking lawyer. Today I'm going to open this lock with a candy cane and a frozen Snickers bar. That's funny. He also got into a less litigious fight with a dropshipping lock company for picking locks with milk cartons. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I think they would have got a lot of credit. It's like, hey, you know, for the average Joe, like they're not going to be able to unlock this. And the only valid thing they said was having McNally do it in this way made it more viral and therefore, you know, taught more people how to pick that lock. And so if people see it, they're, you know, more likely to have that lock picked that way and show that vulnerability. But like a lot of these locks are for freaking trailers and most people are like, oh, people are just going to like put a chain around your trailer hitch and like just steal it that way. And, you know, they're not going to like use a can to bypass your locks on your trailer. So this trash can is a great stool. But yeah, they just he gave away a bit of information to make their locks a little bit less safe. But that was the only thing they said that was like, okay, fair. Everything else was just like, they should have just been like, yep, all locks can be picked. Ours are built this way to, you know, discourage people. And we think our price point is fair for what's out there in the market, you know, and then let it go. But they didn't. So, all right, let me keep pushing these. Maybe speed up. Are those Costco Puma socks? Yeah. Kayla and I go to Costco once a week now. I've been able to save so much money on groceries. I actually have a good lunch I eat now consistently because of Costco. I'm a slut for Costco. I even got a Costco branded Costco shirt in the Costco clothing aisle. And Costco doesn't like source sustainable clothing. but I've kind of landed on, if your clothing lasts for freaking ever, I've got Costco pants that still fit me from when I was 20. So they're 10 years old. They're 32 by 32. I wear like 34, 36 waist now, depending on the brand. They're like elastic. They still fit. They last me that long. That's sustainable. So, anyway, I'm always like on the sustainability side with Costco, but if it lasts forever, I'm okay with it. I've had the same Costco socks for 10 years. I just recently replaced my Costco underwear of 10 years. So locks don't keep dishonest people out. They keep honest people out and delay dishonest people. So the more you delay, the better you are. So the question is, if a lock that is supposed to be good is broken in minutes, it's a weak point. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Good way to put it. I said something about steak bites from there and chat shot me basically. Yeah, don't kill Winnie. But I mean, they're fine. You're fine. I had sneakers that were about 20 years old and they weren't even quality. I will say their shoes aren't great though. Their shoes are definitely low quality shoes. So who said steak bites? Shoot them. I've had some people we talk to like why we don't talk about like pushing veganism or vegetarianism a ton. I think they came to a good point like about us, like everybody just needs to consume less of everything really, especially like meat and animal products. But the goal isn't to like fully get rid of it, even though it'd be nice from like a welfare perspective. It's just that we just gotta like really lower our consumption of animal products. That's the biggest thing. Maya has a good spiel about eating less beef. She does. To be fair, that's the only beef product you consume. Okay. Nice, nice. I mean, I'm not fully off beef either. Not fully off chicken. I eat a lot less of it than I used to, though, and it's slowly working my way towards it. Like, I'll be honest, the Beyond Beef burgers, I prefer those now to any other burger. A Beyond Beef burger is just amazing. So as I come up with stuff like that, there's some really good chicken alternatives that I really like. That once it becomes more prevalent and available, I'm going to swap to that. Easy. So, no, it's all coming along. Okay. I need to make this a little bit more climbable for them because, like, don't want them ripping this off here, and then we'll install our camera. Connor, second Pasture cam win. I was actually going to have Sparky. Okay, so we were supposed to have solar done this weekend. Like everything was ready to go, and then we had some unexpected issues pop up. It's still changing. Anyway, we're working on fixing those unexpected issues. They're extremely minor bureaucratical BS. So we're dealing with that, and then Sparky Nichols can come down here and wire up this whole new service that would get power down to the gate, but then the huge rainstorms blew out all of that, so now I need to rebuild that down there. I need to look into asphalting like a good portion of Alveus because these storms just keep blowing out our roads. So I gotta see if they make like a light or colored asphalt or like a paint over asphalt or something. So I don't know when we're gonna get to that second pasture cam. I've quit putting timelines on things because it changes all the freaking time with things that are outside my control, like storms. And then if I put timelines on it and I don't hit it, it drives me absolutely crazy. I overwork myself, burn out, and get sick. So it gets here when it gets there. I'm pushing as fast as I can. And everything at Alveus takes triple as long generally than I would like. Just because Texas is crazy. I'm gonna anchor in. I've only got 2 of those holds here. I want to anchor that a little bit more there. Pick up healthier habits. I actually feel like I am. I have decided to come back and play Mist of Pandaria, some World of Warcraft, and that forces me to not work as much. And then I've also got to hang out with Kayla when I do that. So I'm going to also try to stick to like 50 hours of this. But I'm also getting more help. Luke is fucking killing it. Like Nick coming in here knocking this out. Chandler's killing it. So like Colton's helping out a bunch too. So hang out with me when? I gotta hang out with you all the time, Kayla. Yeah, Kayla, start playing WoW. I need to reinforce those sections right there so I can. No? Why are you saying no? What? Oh, Kayla play WoW. She won't play WoW. That's it. Battery's almost dead. No. Ooh. Percocet. Molly Percocet. Don't do hard drugs, kids. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I recently tried Impossible Spicy Breakfast Sausages, so yummy. Those are delicious. No, I'm not gonna hang out with Kayla. I'm gonna hang out with her in person because she doesn't want to play WoW. But she likes to read books, which is like her version of WoW. Oh yeah, I ain't going nowhere now. Freaking Pedro's not getting in here. Not on Nick and I's watch. Walkie? Hello, did someone just walkie? Sarah, you're sitting there like I'm going to give you something. When have I ever been that nice to you? Never been mean to you. Cool. All right, can it handle a raccoon climbing on it? We've got this side that's a little loose. So let's do one of these. Actually, go this side here. That side's done. We've got 3. Just need to place a pincher up here. When in this list is Stompy Splash Pad? I can't leak. That's all I can say. I'm slightly leaking by saying leak. It did get pushed, but for a very cool, awesome reason. Make me like a lollipop. My only concern is like this door could be pried up. That's like the only way to install it. So we need like more of these clips. That's too big. I have more of them down here. Connor to Kayla. Oh, that's her leaving. Oh, wow. She's a slacker. Okay, thanks. Why do I have silicone down here? I've been looking for this. Hello? You're on stream. Did you want one of these caddies back up on the wall, the boards?
If it'll fit, yeah, the one that's down, if it'll fit up there, sure.
Okay. Is there, like, does it have to go on? Yeah, I can just move that down and slide that over because that needs to go here. Okay, I got it figured out then. Yeah, I'll put it back up there.
Thanks.
All right, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Oh, that's why the silicone is here. It's a nice box, Echo. Echo built this. So strip it. Okay, unscrew, please. Two of those screws there. I'm gonna do it by hand so I don't mess anything up. And then Lucas is killing it in the Parrot. I learned how to be a roofer on Saturday. I was a roofer in socks on the metal roof. It's actually a great time when it's not really freaking hot. OSHA approved. If anybody ever looks at that roof though from above, don't worry about the amount of screws that are in there. We had to put screws in the hole. We reused the metal, or part of the metal, and we had to fill those holes with screws. So it looks a little wonky. Special roof socks, yeah. Okay, I watched a documentary about the Netflix documentary about the Titan sub sinking. Crazy shit. If you haven't seen it and you want to see what egos can do to a company and people, go watch that and be horrified. It's really well done though. Can I take this up one? No, I'm gonna have to come down here. Netflix. A lot of shortcuts, yeah. On Max? Is it not Netflix? It's on Max or HBO Max. Oh shit! Sorry, Echo. Hopefully you didn't see that. Have you watched Mountain Head? I have not. Okay, what the hell? I could use the tabs on these. Interesting. I was supposed to be installing a cam. Sorry. Oh yeah, let me talk about the documentary. Sorry, yeah, the Titan. They took a lot of shortcuts. Ego got massively in the way, and they're like, "Oh, people that brought up safety concerns, even though they're like, yeah, definitely feel free to bring up any safety concerns." They basically like, you don't have an explorer's mentality. You shouldn't be here, and then like, ask them to leave or fire them, which is insane to do. Plug this before I mess it up. Why is this? What the fuck is going on? It's just not gripping in the wood. What the? Oh, because there's no tip on it. Ow! That'll do it. That's crazy. This also doesn't have a tip on it. Okay. Okay. Let me do silicone. All right. It's back in here. Lock it back in. Perfect. Whew. I want to get an Xbox controller for the sole reason for most Steam games. Xbox controller support, but not PS4 controller support. That's weird. Okay. Let me put just the box back up here. Give them their space back. There we go. All right, they're back in business. Need to zip tie this up here. All right, 1, 2. Let me redo that one. Snip your zip ties, always. All right, so now I'm just worried about them trying to lift that up. Took a lot of force to lift up there. Yeah, I'll probably, we'll see how it goes. I can always bring some down here and clip it on there later. 2 big milkers. Thanks for the 13 months. All right, let's, camera time. Let me clean up. Trash pile. Where there's a way, there's a Pedro. True. All right, that's that. Let's get a cable routed through. I think a 30-foot one is going to be the safest. So the thought is, let's see, you guys are going to have to test the camera angle for me. Excuse me, Ace. Hello. They have metal zip ties. We have some metal zip ties here as well. And he's been trying to eat through that. I'm gonna take this off. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to, yeah, they're not gonna be able to pry through that gap there. Or that gap. It looks pretty good. Anti-raccoon device, yes. All right, so the thing about where I wanted to mount the camera is I'm just now realizing Stompy's feeder is in the way. Because I was going to do a side. I mean, I guess, no, this is probably still going to be a good angle. And we can zoom in like push pop. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't know if my mic's going to reach that far, but it doesn't have to be like right in the trough either. Yeah, so yeah, I think maybe mounting it like right here. This is the view you guys are gonna get. Like that with a zoom and then a mic. It's probably fine. It's not that aesthetic though. Cause like I don't know if I can get it to angle. Could I block it out here? I feel like that's a better angle, but we won't be able to see them get in the trough. So maybe up one. I don't know. Pick. All right, chat. Decide which one you like better. This is 1, and then this is 2. We'll obviously get rid of that. So 1 or 2. Put it in chat. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2 looks kind of like the winner by a lot. 2, but further back to see Stompy. Actually, that's. What if I did it? You could see Stompy munching right here on his own cam. You could incorporate Stompy this way. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And you can still see Stompy. Okay. Okay, we can see Stompy eating. All right, we're doing 2. Cool. I feel like you're the eye doctor. Yeah. All right, let's find the least painful way to get this Ethernet cable over there, because that's a lot of hay. Hey. It is going to be too far back. We'll be able to zoom in, but I don't know if it'll be too far back. We'll see. Is it the PTZ cam? No, it's a fixed cam. There is one already going for feeder. Huh? Fixed cam for the audio. It has to be the fixed cam. So, I'll unbox it. There's one Ethernet cable already going for feeder. Oh, that's what you mean. One already. There is. Uh, it looks like it's all Wi-Fi. Or there's going to be one. It's on Wi-Fi right now with this. Yeah, sorry. I had that pointing. Yeah, it's just Wi-Fi based right now. Unboxing time. Here's the brains behind it. What all the money is used for. Or where all the money goes. So we've got our IR illuminators on the side here. We've got our photocell here, obviously lens. We've got PoE in, IO out if we want. Another power in and out over here as well. Audio in, audio out. This audio in is the better of all the other audio ins. This is why we have to use the slightly more expensive model, because all the other ones are cheap and you get this like humming in the background. We don't need a sun visor on it. We've got our cable condoms. I'll show you what that's for later. And here's the beefy metal case that it's in. So we're going to disassemble it, get the back part mounted, bring the cable over to it. They use specialty safety screws, safety hex screws. So you have to have a specialty screwdriver with a hole, like with the bit set that has the holes in the center there, to be able to take it off, which is a pain in the ass sometimes. All right, back or another part of the housing structure. All right, back plate. Finally, it's here. I'm gonna bring, I think, can I run this upside down? Yeah, I'm gonna run this upside down so I can bring the cable in from the top here. And I'm not gonna armor it because I don't think I'll need to armor it. I don't think it's gonna chew it. All right, got my screws, level, chat, and we'll go mount it. We'll run our cable. All right. Well, thank you guys for supporting us. No way we could do the cams or do them like this if you guys didn't support us. So appreciate it. I bring that right next to here to be in line with that. We'll need to move that. This playlist I think is over the low. I can share it. It's an Alveus rap playlist. Wait, does that just bring up? Is that the whole playlist? Let's see. Tell me if that's just a song or if that's the playlist. Just a song? Alright, that should be it. Playlist. There we go. It's more of like a millennial rap music mix. PJE Web! 42 years. 42 months. Thank you so much. This is, I think that's, yeah, it's level. Yep. I can snake along the rafters. So I want to over there. I feel like 30 feet will be enough. Ooh, it might be close. Yikes. That's a little close. But let me go ahead and get it locked in. Let me grab the other parts to it. Me, myself, hide. Thanks for the prime. Space, are you ready for a new cam that I definitely did not tell you about? Because I didn't know what I was doing today. I feel bad for Space sometimes. I just like spring projects on. I'm like, hey, I got this done. He's like, I got it, cool. Never complains once, ever. I think 30-something cams is enough. I want to hit 50. By the end of this year, we'll be pretty close, I bet. Space is just itching, and a few other people are just itching for that server to come online. So I'm like, I should be pretty close on Sunday. And then every time I walked in the studio, Space is just going to be running like a bajillion algorithms on the server, and he's just going to be like cracked out, like, yeah, this is awesome, just going crazy on it. And then he's going to develop some crazy like world-changing AI that solves all our conservation problems for us. That's Space. Which side is Ethernet? Which side is... Yeah, so I'm going to do Ethernet on that right side. All right, I'm going to show you guys how to put on a cable condom. Remove from the packaging. So you got to put it around it without it breaking. And there's a special tool to make this easier that actually might grab. Yeah, let me grab that specialty tool. Makes it a bit easier. All right. Protective head on. Get rid of the sharp edges. You lick it. Give it a little bit of lubrication there. But don't get it too wet because water and electricity don't work well. And then it slides over. Bam. And now it is literally looks like kind of like a condom, but now it can't allow water through. So how it looks is now you've got like a pretty, it's not submergible, but like rain's not going to get in there, water's not going to really get in there. I mean, you can come in like very small amounts, like microscopic, but you're not going to really have that big of an issue there. And then, so I've spent a lot of time speccing out microphones before Alveus, and I've never liked any of them until we landed on this $30 mic from ETS Microphones. They make a lot of other mics, but you fall into categories like where mics are too freaking sensitive and they're picking up all the road noise, they're picking up all this stuff. But like for my Eagle cams, people are like, oh, we want to hear the babies chirp inside the eggs. It's super cool. But then you hear like all the roads and construction, like all year long, and it's awful. And then for here, like we don't want to pick up literally everything all around. So we landed ETS. We landed on these $30 mics from ETS that just, they don't pick up too much, too little. They don't have static as much. They They work. It's what we've landed on for the most part. Unless we are able to do like a indoor cam, then we go shotgun mic. Like you'd put on like, you know, a Sony camera. So the only thing is like this is not going to reach all the way over there, but I'm going to be able to tuck it around the back and put it like up under the wood. So we'll be able to hear Stompy and Acero and Winnie chewing in there like a lot more. So I miss that hens noises in the cams though. How long is the wire? It's like what, 3-4 feet, something like that. I love learning about all this stuff. So cool. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm just being a freaking nerd. I don't know. I've gotten $800 microphones. I've worked with BBC on microphones. Out there, like in nature documentaries, you rarely get the audio. It's mostly Foley or like added in later. Because it's really hard to get good nature audio that's predictable, and that you're not picking up too much. So, hire 24/7 Foley artists, that'd be hilarious. You think your arm span's 3-4 feet? Yeah, I actually don't know. My arm span, yeah. So what am my arm span? 6 foot? I'm 6'2". So yeah, that makes sense. My arm span's probably 6 foot. All right. Got our cables there. Let's lock in our back plate. Arm span's around height. Gotcha. 6 foot, yeah. Okay. Yeah, kissing Wookiees. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. The Foley. I'm gonna have to get some duck seal on that because I don't want wasps. Whoa! Orbiting Neptune, thank you so much for the 10. Thank you so much. That's huge. All right, let's lock this in. Hopefully, this hair doesn't try to bite it. I think it would suck. Peel in. Locking in camera. All right. Cool. So installing this upside down outside is a really bad idea because all the rainwater can get in all the ports, but we're covered, so that is fine. We'll leave this open for now while I try to figure out how to run the... What is going on? More? Orbital Neptune! Thank you for the total of 20. That's huge. Thank you so much. This whole playlist just reminds me of Vine. I hope that's a good thing. Thank you so much. That's huge, though. All right. I need to run this that way. Hopefully this building is square, because then my measurements will be right. Do I sneak it back? You gotta go behind the freaking hay. Ugh. Okay. Stay hard. Oh, I'm gonna get hard. Life is... Wait, I told Maya I'd say it differently now. Life is hard. I am harder. There you go. That's better. I'm gonna get all itchy up in the hay. But it's not as bad as Kayla, though. Kayla gets really itchy up in the hay. All right, gonna put a cover on my Ethernet port, so I just gotta take all these down and then climb on it. Ugh. Do I even have to go to that level? Yep. Now I'll have to remember how it's stacked. Hopefully no wasps up here. Don't want to take it up high. Did that look cleaner? Do I have enough to come down around there? Maybe. Let's try it. Until the parrots have a revamping, we can't have a chicken cam, am I right? No, you should have the chicken cam. It should be up. Connor, what are your thoughts on tool belts? I love them. When I'm like really locked in, I have one. I'm getting away from like zip ties with screws, holes in them, and going towards like these nail, what are they called? Coag stables. We have chicken cam, they just haven't been up on stream. Oh, interesting. In a bit. Oh, gotcha. Chicken coop's been out. It should be up unless someone unplugs something. Power's still there. Server's still there unless there's a storm and it got rained in our server because the roof wasn't 100% finished. I thought I saw it today, but maybe not. I don't know. It should be there. I can look into it later. Ow, ow. Oh my God. Got it. All right. We should go a little bit faster. surprised Stompy's not up here harassing me. It's kind of nice. Ooh, I took that too high. Do I try to like hide it underneath here? No, I just go along this rafter here. Does that look? That looks fine, or would it look better to go like right here? That would look cleaner to go right there. We'll pop that out. Woo! Ooh, this metal is hot on the outside. We're metaling the whole outside of the chickens and like, or not outside of chickens, outside of parrots, and then the whole outside. And then we're getting some materials and stuff figured out for how we're gonna want to do foxes, because you have to do that fast in one day. So parrots is a really good practice for that. I was looking at foxes today. I'm like, dude, I can't wait till we get some greenery in there. We give them some more spaces. It's gonna be so nice. Metal in Texas in June, hard pass. It's not too bad right now. Metal reflects a lot though. I'd rather be on the inside of it than the outside. Like on this backside here, it's way cooler. Who wants to make tunnels? Yeah, we're doing a lot. That's pretty clean cable management there. Is this in the middle? Yeah. It's gonna be awesome when it's done. Yeah. And thankfully the marmoset enclosure starts kind of like the rotation of like, it's not gonna take us months to get enclosures done for revamps. So we wanna do once a year revamps. Like for wolves, like we wanna make the concrete like K900 like a little bit less slippery. We want like organic sprinkler system, and then just add in like a little bit more enrichment here and there. But like the structure doesn't need to be completely rebuilt, which is nice. It's like when you have to do a whole freaking new utilities and structure, it just takes for freaking ever. Sprinkler system's gonna be on like the outside. It's like center right there. Appreciate it. It's big out. I think we did really good. We learned a lot from it. We could definitely go faster next time, but it's nice that we don't have to spend like a lot to redo it. We might put a roof on that, on the porch, on the deck or something. That's not too hard to do. Instead of shade cloth. Oh, it's about to get nice and itchy. Yeah. Nice little hay bed.
Ooh, Mac Miller. Rest in peace, but good song. God, I hope this cable's long enough. I'm gonna cry if it's not. That's getting under my shirt. Ugh. Oh. I don't like how that hay looks like it's tilting. It's not tilting. It's fine. It's definitely level and structurally supportive. Installing the camera is the easy part. This is the hard part. Okay. Ooh. Hunt out. Ah! Damn it. What's up, Stomps? Whew. Okay. A little toasty up there. Oh, fuck. Whew.
How is one square heavy, or how heavy is one square? Not heavy. Just recovering from being sick. I've got a lot of mucus in my lungs, so my oxygen absorption is really low.
So if I sound like a bitch, that's because I am, but it's because of the sickness.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
There's my nearest hole.
There. Uh-oh. Might not be long enough to make it like super clean looking. Shit. All that for nothing? No, I can get it up temporarily. I'll just have to run a new cable later. So, like, that's my length there. Like, I just wouldn't be able to like go up and come down. It'd just be short. It's kind of hard to show that. Inside of our new network box. Pretty clean, simple so far. But I'm gonna go and plug it in. And then cable manage from there. Okay. It's like, if I had 3 more feet, I could make it look really, really nice. But let's see what I can get away with here. So, so I can say, I just don't want it coming like, need a wire stretcher. Yeah. I've got to come back through here, like when we got to redo it.
Like when we're in fiber anyway, so no big deal. And like maybe we need to change camera angles.
So. Any slack on the other side? No. If I ran it around the bottom side, I'd be fine on slack. But I have to pull off all those hay bales, which maybe that's once these hay bales are off, I just move it down one, and then I have plenty of slack to get over. But then we have a black wire coming across here. So that's also not ideal. But I think I can take this out. This was for feeder. See what I can do here. Oh, that's a crazy extension cord system. All right. I'll disguise the stupidity because we do have this extension cord all the way over there too. So. Take this out. Yeah, Comp Magic. Yeah, just for speed it up. I just did pre-terminated for this one. We're gonna like run plugs around here, and I'll just do some Ethernet drops while I'm at it. So. All right. Yeah. No, this will look good for now. And then I'll clean it up later. Yeah, pre-terminated. Just I'm really good at doing heads, Ethernet heads, but you know sometimes you mess up every once in a while. You get a bad head or something, and then if you don't catch it in time, it becomes a big pain in the ass. Versus like these are certified cables already pre-made. This speeds up the whole process, and they're not expensive. So feeder cam already. You know what? That's the first time anybody's been like, "Oh my God, we're getting something already." Thank you for that. That makes me feel better. Posh, baby. Because most people, like yesterday, they'd be like, "Oh, where's the feeder cam?" Space, in theory, the cam should be up. If you're still on chat, if you want to see if it's how it looks and sounds. All right. We'll need to move down the angle it. Cool. Ah, damn it. I got hay all up in it. Hey. I don't know. I keep saying it like that. Just you wait, Acero. You're going to get so much grain tonight. And I just got to mount the microphone. So I can just leave the stuff over there for it. That's what you sound like. What is that? You like my OSHA approved Linus Tech Tips inspired sandals? That hurts. I need to get rid of that. Oh yeah, that's tilted way up high. All right, space. Direct me or you can call me, or you pull it up on stream. I can look at it on stream. Or you can put it on no companion. It would take forever to put it on. Yeah, that's good. And now you can move it towards you. Like that. So that's if do you want me to just call you Space? Oh, he's calling. Hello, you're on speaker.
Hello.
Yeah. So when you mean towards turn towards me, what do you mean?
Can it? I'm assuming you can't do a horizontal turn, right?
Like
3/4 of the screen is the fence right now.
Yeah. I mean, I just have to like unscrew it and move it over. Actually, no, I don't have the cable length for that. The issue. Well, I guess it does have EPTZ. The trough should be dead center, no?
The trough is the center, but it doesn't need to be.
Because
That's half the screen is wasted.
if I pull it over here, where I'm looking at, I mean, yeah, you just won't get the side views as much. You'll get more angled views, and you won't probably be able to see their mouth. I mean, I'm gonna have to leave it regardless because I don't have the cable length.
Can you unscrew the corner side and like shove a piece of wood in and then screw it down so that it's not flush?
I don't have the shims for that.
Like you just pulling on it a little bit, or you did something and it already made it like a lot better in a sense. Like if we could just.
I mean, you could do sideways this way, and then you can maybe do a spin. Like I'm only for this camera view. I am only looking at the trough and the animal eating in the trough, and then it should, in theory, be able to zoom in to just that, and then the occasional stompy when he comes over and eats.
It's too zoomed into. Like you can't zoom in anything because you'll just cut off all the animals.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave it where it is for right now. I'm gonna play with it, and I'll get back to you. All right. Thanks, man. I'm gonna have to see what he's talking about. All right. I'm gonna leave it from here. I'm gonna go up to PC and look at it, and I'll come back down later. But I'm gonna swap over to the night cams, and if we can get this figured out, we'll have this up later today. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back.